we go.
What was it like knowing that so many people outside, after you've given birth and you're in your little cocoon with your new family?
Yeah,
what's
slightly
it
terrifying.
like?
It's slightly terrifying, I'm not going to lie.
Would you like switch on the telly and go, oh no, they're covering this as well, they're stood outside?
No, it's hard, like to decompartmentalise, what's the word?
Compartmentalise?
Yes. Compartmentalise, yes. The whole thing, because, everyone had been so supportive, and both William and I were really conscious that, this was sort of something that everyone was excited about, and we're hugely grateful for the support that the public has shown us, and actually for us to be able to share that joy and appreciation with the public, I felt was really important. But equally, it was coupled with a newborn baby and sort of inexperienced parents and the uncertainty about what that held. So there was all sorts of sort of mixed emotions.
How many hours after giving birth did you come out?
Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Everything just goes in a bit of a blur. I think I stayed in, I did stay in hospital overnight. I remember it's one of the hottest days of the night with huge thunderstorms, so I didn't get a huge amount of sleep. But George did, which was really great. But I was keen to get home because for me being in hospital, I had all the memories of being in hospital because of being sick. So it wasn't sort of the place I wanted to hang around in. So I was really desperate to get home and get back to normality. But I think particularly firstborn baby, you think everything's going to go back to how it was. And I totally underestimated the impact and the change it had on our lives from that moment, really. And I think unless you've got children, you don't realise no amount of planning and preparation can get you ready for that moment.
I can remember just sitting and watching and waiting for you to come out of the hospital. And it was that massive feeling of celebration. Also, the Duke, when he put Prince George in the car, that was seamless.
But he probably didn't think so at the time. We're like, what are we doing? He's in a swaddle. How's this supposed to work? We'd even tried to practice with a little baby, like a little doll at a time. But, it just never works out the way you planned it. So it was quite hard to do that, I think, on the world's stage. But no, he did a very good job.
Was there a breath of, like, a sigh of relief when you actually got in the car and drove off?
And drove. It was really... But also, you're driving away with the newborn baby. It's the most... Yeah.
Oh!
But I've heard stories about sort of mums who sort of took their child out of the car seat and put it on the sofa and didn't want to touch it because they were worried about they were going to do the wrong thing.
I think more shock and dauntingness was more of the feeling I felt. But it was... the thing is, it's... I think I was on such a high anyway, and so was Catherine, about George, that really we were happy to show him off to whoever wanted to see him. As any new parent knows, you're only too happy to show off your new child and, proclaim that he's the best looking or the best everything.
There's the baby, the new royal heir in the United Kingdom. You were comfortable there?
Yeah, I felt, again, it's not somewhere I enjoy being, but I know that in the position I'm in, that's what's required of me to do. And I think it's, it's one of those things, and I'm it's nice that people want to see George. So, I'm just glad he wasn't screaming his head off the whole way through.
That moment when he came out with the car seat, I mean, we had some warning that you might be doing that.
Yeah.
Fathers around the planet will be cursing you for doing it so easily. So sweet.
Believe me, it wasn't my first time, and I know there's been speculation about that. I had to practice, I really did. I was terrified that I was going to do some, it was going to fall off, or the door wasn't going to close properly, so I had actually practiced with that seat, but only once before.
And your decision to drive off, I remember that moment as well. That was the most nerve-wracking thing for me, having my family in the car. But that was something that you were clearly determined to do.
Where I can be, I'm as independent as I want to be, and same as Catherine and Harry. We've all grown up, differently to our other generations, and I very much feel if I can do it myself, I want to do it myself. And there are times when you can't do it yourself and the system takes over, or it's appropriate to do things differently. But I think driving your son and your wife away from hospital when they just had a born was really important to me, and I don't like fuss, so it's much easier to do it yourself.
And you didn't stall?
I didn't stall. Well, it's an automatic, so it's all right.
The interpretation of the imagery we saw there, which went around the world, was that this was a modern monarchy and a new way of monarchy. But was it that? Are we reading too much into it? Is it just you doing it your way, you and your wife doing it your own way?
I think so, and I'm just doing the way I know, and you know, if it's the right way, then brilliant. If it's not the wrong, if it's the wrong way, then well, I try and do it better. But no, I'm reasonably headstrong about what I believe in and what I go for, and I've got fantastic people around me who give me great support and advice.